Welcome to Legends in the Making, the no BS, high impact show for leaders who refuse to settle for mediocrity. If you're tired of playing small, stuck in hesitation, or watching your team operate at half capacity, this is your wake up call. Here's the truth: legendary leadership isn't about titles, talent, or luck. It's about discipline, alignment, and execution. Each episode, we cut through the noise and get straight to what really moves the needle: the brutal cost of staying comfortable and how to break free, why your energy dictates everything from execution to culture to bottom line results, and how to build unstoppable momentum without burnout, second guessing, or endless overthinking. This isn't theory. This isn't fluff. This is a playbook for leaders ready to ditch the ordinary and unleash the legendary. If you're ready to stop talking about potential and start creating undeniable results, you're in the right place. Let's get to work. And today we're talking about you're either an asset or a liability. Pick a side. So if your leadership isn't an asset, it's a liability, period. The energy you bring to your business, your team, and your decisions creates momentum or it kills it. Today, we're breaking down how to audit your leadership presence and eliminate the behaviors that make you a liability. So here's the harsh truth: there's no in between. Leadership isn't neutral. You're either driving for results or you're draining them. Leadership is a ripple effect. Every decision in every moment, you are impacting your team. And when I talk about your leadership energy, that's your mood, where what you're thinking about, all those things at any given moment, wherever you're at, when you are making decisions, communicating with people, that's having a ripple effect. So if you are in a sense of, let's say, low urgency, it's going to create your team to drag their feet. Or if you're in a place of indecisiveness or not being able to make a decision, you're going to have a ripple effect where everybody's going to be indecisive and nobody's going to be able to move, and they're going to continuously drag their feet moving forward. You're going to have, if you are inconsistent, if you're inconsistent in your energy, you're happy, you're sad, you're this, you're that, you're going to create inconsistent results. You're also going to create a lack of trust within your team. If you're avoidant, if you decide, I don't want to make that decision, or I'm just going to let that resolve itself, it'll take care of itself, guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to stay stuck because avoiding the problems isn't solving them. We are here to take what we're being given, learn from it, act on it, and continuously move forward. So if your team isn't performing at a high level, the first place that you need to look at is in the mirror. You need to look at the mirror. This is where we're going to shift the trajectory of our culture, of our businesses, is by self-accountability. It always starts with you. It starts with no one else. So if you want a high-performing team, you have to become high-performing. You have to look at yourself and really self-analyze. This is about constant self-inquiry about what you need to improve in order to move forward, which I think is such a beautiful gift. We don't realize we actually hold the answers within ourselves. If I make a shift about who I am, how I want to be, right then and there, there's progress made. When you have leadership that is lackluster, you are a liability. You have behaviors that are holding you back from greatness. Things that we do that are signs that we are a liability is we hesitate. We overthink, we second guess, and guess what? We are missing opportunities. I love sports analogies because it's so great. But the second that a great player hesitates to take the shot, whether they're going to make it or not make it, that doesn't matter. Are they willing to take the risk to shoot the shot? You have to be willing to take the risk to shoot the shot, regardless of what the outcome is. You're inconsistent. I do this, I don't do this. You're all over the place. Your energy and your standards fluctuate. You need to know who you are, why you're put here, and make sure that you're grounded in that purpose every single day. And then you have to be willing to make decisions. You have to be willing to make decisions. We have created a society where there's so many options and everybody's waiting for the next best thing that nobody's willing to make a decision. Nobody. It's like, I'll just operate in the gray area and I will not move forward because something else good's going to come along. We can't live like that. We have to be willing to make a decision, because in that decisiveness, in that decision making, we are actually causing the ripple effect, the action to then receive back. Which leads to my next point of avoidance. We avoid a lot of stuff because we don't want to deal with it head on. It'll resolve itself. That'll take care of itself. Putting off hard conversations, letting problems build up, rather than seeing it in the moment and addressing it in the moment, it doesn't build up ever. It just happens right then and there. And here's a reality check. High performance teams don't follow weak, uncertain leaders. So if you want to flip the switch and become a leadership asset, number one, you've got to take decisive action. Elite leaders don't wait. They just act, adjust, and keep moving. We are constantly in a state of GPS, of taking the data, and we might be rerouting. But it's just information. We don't need to attach to the outcome. We don't need to attach to the failure. We don't need to attach to the overanalyzation. It's like, in this moment, where should I act? What should I go do? And then learn from what that is. That's the speed. The speed is in which you recover and learn from the decision. If you sit and linger on it, that's where you run into problems. Consistency creates trust. When your team sees you showing up in your full capacity, when you consistently show up again and again and again and again, when they see you constantly in a state of positivity, we got this, we can do this, problem solving, how we move this forward, guess what? They're going to rise to the occasion too, because that's the energy and culture that you're creating. We're problem solvers. We're movers and shakers. We're innovators. We're creative. We know how to solve this, and we've got this, team. Are we always coming in with, we have all the tools we need to solve any problem or overcome any obstacle? And that also takes ownership over excuses. Every problem that you have, your organization has, there is a solution for it if you're willing to lead and take full accountability and responsibility for it. That's it. The fix, audit your leadership presence. Are you aware of where you're at, what you're doing, and getting yourself in check in any given moment? Are you eliminating behaviors that do not serve your highest good? Are you eliminating the behaviors that are holding you back? Are you eliminating your indecisiveness? Are you eliminating your indecision? Are you eliminating feeling disempowered and that there are no solutions? Are you willing to eliminate all of that? And are you willing to embody the energy you want from your team? Everything is a mirror. So if you want that, then you have to be that. If you want high-powered, high-performing teams, you have to be in an energy that is high-powered and high-performing. You have to be in a state of risk-taking, of innovation, of creativity, not victimhood, woe is me, all those things. So here's the deal. Leadership is black and white. You're either adding value or you're draining it. You just have to decide, is this a positive impact or is this a negative impact? Am I delivering something more to my organization or am I draining it? In any given moment, is this a value add or is this not? So my challenge to you is identify one way you've been a liability in your leadership and take action today to flip that. DM me asset if you're ready to stop coasting and want to start leading with full force. So I want to thank you again for tuning in to Legends in the Making. You've been given the playbook. Now it's yours to execute. Legendary leadership isn't built on ideas, it's built on action. So ask yourself, what's one move you can make right now to step into the right direction? If today's episode hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, take a leader who needs to hear it, and create a ripple effect of unstoppable execution. If you want to go deeper, DM me Legendary to explore how we can take this work outside your company. No more playing small, no more hesitation. You've got what it takes. Now you need to make it happen. This is Legends in the Making, and you are just getting started. Till next time, stay aligned, stay disciplined, and keep leading at the highest level.